sabotage, you will never know. You ain't never tried, work it out, hit the gym, hit the field. Hey, yo, I need that. Big chips, man, I need that. Hustle hard, on the job, you can see that. On my head is real good, we don't need your feedback. They clear the way with my crew coming through. What I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. What I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. Now what I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. Yeah, beats, leave it in the street, case on the news.
What I do? Lace up my shoes, chase W's. Great colored coops. Oh no, I can't be number 2. MVP the league most valuable. They sweet as apple juice. Talking trophies, I didn't grab the few. Can't match this attitude. I wear my heart on my sleeve, please. I move like the wind, can't catch this breeze, freeze. Stop you in your tracks, there's not no preseason. We seeking W's like Tupac used to throw up. Forget it, might as well forfeit. Your team shouldn't even show up. What you wanna be when you grow up? They used to ask me. Naturally, I chose an athlete. Competition never matched me. We ain't go together like camouflage and polka dots. Focus on your position, just know your spot. Sure, don't stop. It's a long season. They planning on winning for the wrong reasons. Trying to get my number retired. Can't let these frauds beat us. I figured out the recipe. Never let opponents get the best of me. I'm focused on my legacy.
I need that. Big chips, man, I need that. Hustle hard, on the job, you can see that. On my head is real good, we don't need your feedback. They clear the way with my crew coming through.
Well, Coach, while much of the country is struggling under cold temps and some of that white stuff, no such troubles here at Hard Rock Stadium in Miami. The excitement brewing here in South Florida as a moment ago the Dolphins starters were introduced to this home crowd. They're fired up as well as they get set to match up with the Cincinnati Bengals. The holiday season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16. This will be taken in at the 1.
You ain't doing nothing today.
And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line.
The Bengals take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
This is Joe Mixon, 4th in the NFL in rushing last season. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. It's a gain of 13 and the Bengals have a 1st down.
Partner, it's not often that I expect running backs to eclipse 100 yards in back-to-back games, but he left 100 way behind last week. I think he's going to do it again. I'm expecting 150 or more.
And last week, AFC Offensive Player of the Week. So if he does what you say he might, maybe he'll get another one.
Hey, I think he's locked in.
Now Joe Mixon. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good 1st down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on 1st down, you're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
I got 11. He's marked. Single. Nice.
And Dalton to throw. Brought in here by Tyler Eifert. And he's got another 1st down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 43.
A gain of 16 yards.
I do believe we'll see a little bit more of this as this game progresses, because when you can have that type of a gain in the middle of the defense, it hurts them in so many ways, because most teams like to be strong down the middle. And if you can sting them there, that open things up for you on the outside as well.
But that's where their big tight end, is so good. That middle third, the seam routes, the in routes. Yeah, you're right. Probably see more of that.
Yeah, it takes a lot of courage and fortitude to go in the middle as well, and he's got it.
Tackled that time by Jerome Baker out of Ohio State.
It's now 2nd and 6 at the Dolphins' 38-yard line.
Hands up.
Here we go, D. Here I come again. Here I come again.
Hey.
On 2nd down, Mixon. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down. It's probably a pretty good sign here on the opening drive if your guys from the secondary are coming up and spilling things in the backfield.
How about the adrenaline and aggressiveness that led his eyes to the backfield to run up there and make that tackle, setting a tone early for his defense.
Third down, a shot here for Dalton. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest ones, maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. Zero accountability, and a sack resulted.
It's a 42-yard punt. They keep him to just a yard on the return. And the Dolphins' drive will start deep in their own territory with a 1st and 10.
Here we go. Double time.
They'll run with his second-year man from ASU, Kalen Ballage. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
Second and 10.
Let's get it.
5-yard line.
Left. 51 the mic, boy. 51.
Throwing on 2nd down. Fitzpatrick. Darquez Denard there defensively.
I think that's a big-time play there because the slant route is really hard to cover because the timing is so quick. But able to see it, diagnose it, and get to the football, that's why he was able to bat it away.
Facing the prospect of a punt from their own end zone, they need some cushion. Let's see what they can do on 3rd down. They run it with Ballage. And he's not going to get anywhere close to the marker as they'll stop him well short of the yellow line. Now it appears we're going to get whistles and a stop, a man down on the return. Not something you want to see in Week 16 or any week, really. We'll be right back. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. Just a 2-yard return there following a punt of 48. And the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10. The Bengals drive about to get going. And last time out they had to punt the football away. Anything positive possibly to take from that?
There always is when you're punting the football away. It doesn't sound like it because you're giving it up. But you've avoided a
fight for the football, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jerome Baker. Well, when you start thinking of guys that are in the mix for Defensive Player of the Year, I think you use him as Exhibit A. Maybe he's not the leading guy right now, but he's at least on the periphery and deserves to be in the discussion.
And because of that, he's looking at a game today where in order to make that big move and maybe become the guy, he needs multiple takeaways, multiple big plays, things that get our attention and reverberate for weeks to come.
Following the interception here, Fitzpatrick. That's caught by his big tight end, Mike Gesicki. Give him 9 there on the 1st down completion. The catches like that, that's what the Dolphins envisioned when they took Gesicki high in the 2nd round a season ago. He did have 22 catches as a rookie, but did not find the end zone. Certainly feels more comfortable wearing number 88, his old college number, after sporting 86 as a rookie. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
1st down, Fitzpatrick. This taken in by Jakeem Grant. And he's taken down inside the 30. Give him 15 yards on that one, and the Dolphins have a 1st down. Now Ballage. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. That O-line, they cleared a big hole there on that run.
The athleticism of offensive lines continues to evolve, and we're seeing it here. Not only are they controlling things right at the line of scrimmage, but they're able to get upfield to get to what we call the second and the third levels. You know, get to the linebacker spot, the secondary spot, getting all the way downfield with their blocking, which helps keep the running back clean.
They'll try to continue that trend here this afternoon. And they'll lose yardage here, knocked back to the 19-yard line. It'll wind up being a loss of 2, and that'll make it 2nd and 12.
At the Bengals' 19-yard line.
Check 180. Mike is 59. Mike to 59. Let's go, D. Big series right here. Step it up.
Balaj. He'll get forward for 3 down to the 16-yard line.
Jermaine there on the tackle. It's a gain of 3. Brings up 3rd and 10.
No score after 1 on EA Sports.
No score.
And a nickel look here for the Bengals as they try to defend this on 3rd. Working out of the gun, Fitzpatrick. He's got it. Touchdown, Dolphins. Albert Wilson, his 9th touchdown of the season, as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. Well, we had the scoreless first quarter of play. We sure didn't have to wait long into the second quarter to get some action on the scoreboard.
So was the first quarter a feeling out process? I mean, that was an interesting quarter, wasn't it? Because we had some action, we had some good play, just didn't have any points. So now it's game on.
Extra point up and good by Sanders, and that makes the score 7-0. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Bengals drive about to get going. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others, where they think they have an advantage. Dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line.
I smell fear in that offense. I smell fear in that offense.
And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down. Now on 2nd and 13. Dalton. A battle for it, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jerome Baker.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
A run on 1st down, but it's not going to get him much. Maybe a yard, and that's all. It was Nick Vigil there on the stop.
Nice job by that defensive front there to hold him to a short gain on 1st down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run. They go play action. Fitzpatrick. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Carl Lawson with a little how do you do as he gets in there for the sack. Well, they go play fake. The problem is nobody was faked out.
And when no one's faked out, what's the end result? Quarterback gets hit.
So now after the sack, 3rd and long, and Fitzpatrick and company a little work to do. Third and long for Ryan Fitzpatrick. They're able to locate Wilson. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Albert Wilson, 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Dolphins are able to extend that advantage. Now he's having a nice little first half here, partner.
And it's a first half that leaves us anticipating what can still come. I mean, 2 touchdowns already here through the second quarter. There could be plenty more before this game is over.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Bengals drive about to get going. They're staring at a 2-touchdown deficit, 14-0 the score as they regroup with 1st and 10. This one grabbed by A.J. Green. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A Bengal first down on the 16-yard pickup there. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10.
Protein spill.
Dalton with a give here to Mixon. Devon Godchaux up to make the tackle.
And that's exactly what you want on a first down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up 2nd and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack.
Check three.
2nd and 5 now. Dalton. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
The positioning here is key. As a defensive back, you're taught 99% of the time, make a play on the football. But in this case, making a play on the man was all the difference. That's what forced the incompletion.
3rd down from the gun. Dalton. Green brings it in. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down. Here's Ryan Quigley now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. Now a high kick, almost a pooch punt. Fair catch called for and made right at the 25-yard line. It'll be called just a 22-yard punt, certainly not what he wanted. And it'll be Dolphin football. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. It's been a good first half so far. They're up 14-0. Points here, that could really put them in command before intermission.
Yeah, and it's all well and good what they're seeing and how they're feeling right now. But it's a
50-50 ball here, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the Alabama man, Dre Kirkpatrick. Parker, the intended target. This defense had 3 interceptions last week. They're on pace for more than that here, 2 in the first half.
Do not adjust your set. This is not instant replay. This is a defense that is locked in. They're essentially running the routes for the receivers and turning into the receivers themselves, aren't they? I mean, it is amazing what I'm seeing because the reactions of those guys back on the back 7, phenomenal.
And here's a throw taken in by Boyd. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
As long as you go through your proper reads and progressions, the drag route can be one of those old reliable plays because usually it's good for a good chunk of yardage as we just saw there.
And those guys like it, right? They can get the ball with a full head of steam.
Especially against man coverage because man coverage, they're typically running away from someone and not worried about traffic coming out on the other end.
And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. It's a Bengal first down, a pickup of 11. 2 minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0. A reminder, coming up at halftime, we'll send you up to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman is there, and he'll have stats and scores from a busy Sunday in the NFL. Dalton on the draw to Mixon. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, he always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
It's another 10 yards on that one and another first down. Of course, he was solid last week. AFC Offensive Player of the Week award. 2 touchdowns in that game.
Yeah, he's playing at a level right now where he's just breaking down defenses. Makes me remember when I was playing and my defensive back coach told me, listen, if you give up a touchdown pass, that's on me. I didn't coach you well enough. If you give up a
looking for Boyd, and he's got him. Touchdown, Bengals. Tyler Boyd. His 3rd touchdown now on the year, as they are now on the board here in the first half. So he scrambled right, but was able to look back toward the middle of the end zone to find the target.
As you know, in this game, sometimes you just have to know when to break the rules, because we all know most guys throwing the football are taught never throw back into the middle of the field on a scramble. He did it and got away with it for a touchdown.
Instinct sometimes, right? They just take over.
Instinct and vision. Sometimes you just see people who are open, you're able to get it to them.
And not a bad return. Here he gets it out to the 25-yard line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Still more than a minute to go, so there is time if they want to mount something here.
Not only time, but they have 3 timeouts at their disposal as well, so that changes everything that you're doing here. Without those timeouts, you can only work the sidelines, hoping to get out of bounds. Here, the middle of the field's still available because you can call timeout and regroup.
First and 10 at the 47-yard line.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for first and 10. From the shotgun, it's Fitzpatrick. And a completion to Wilson. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Give him 15 yards on that one, and the Dolphins have a first down. A first down throw for Fitzpatrick. And an alley to run. That one a broken play, but it ends up being a good play. The scramble goes for 20. The Dolphins going to take their 2nd timeout, as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime.
First and 10.
From the red zone now, Fitzpatrick. This one into the hands of the running back, Balaj. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. Kalen Balaj, as the first half is winding down, and the Dolphins are able to extend that advantage. Extra point up and good by Sanders, and it's now 21-7. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Bengals drive about to get going. We're under 20 seconds to go in the half. I'm guessing the wise play here is be safe.
That is the wise play, because if you think about trying to fool them here, here's what you're facing. You're facing a loosened up secondary, playing a lot deeper than normal. So even if you run some type of misdirection, you're only going to fool them for a second or so. And guess what? They're so deep, they're really not going to be out of position. Take the knee, get to the locker room.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Check 13. Check 13.
Not wanting to take a chance this time, they'll keep it on the ground. And he'll just keep 2 hands on the football as he'll be taken down after a short pickup. So the two teams will head to the locker rooms here in Miami with the Dolphins on top. As we go up to Orlando now and hand it over to Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach. The Dolphins in front, and they'll be in possession of the football first as the second half gets started. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Here we go.
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked. But you have to be...
It's caught inside the 25. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Jakeem Grant with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Dolphins are able to extend that advantage. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This fielded at the 2. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Let's go, baby. Let's go.
The Bengals take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. From all the way up at the 38 now after a good start to the drive. To throw here, Dalton. And nearly intercepted. That would have been a hat trick, his 3rd pick of the game. Instead, second down. They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10.
Come on.
To throw again, Dalton. And his throw here's incomplete. Coverage that time by Bobby McCain.
And we just saw another example. These cornerbacks have played tight coverage all game long. Might start wanting to think about a few double, triple move routes to try and shake their guys free.
You're right, they have had no room to breathe. On 3rd down, Dalton nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Looks like another empty possession here, partner, and I don't think with 3 scores down in the 3rd quarter, they can truly afford any more the rest of the way.
No, especially the way their offense is sputtering. I think you're exactly right. They got to find some answers quickly. Here comes Grant on the return. A very good return that time. 18 yards. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And following that long touchdown pass, a 1-point drive last time, see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. That's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
57.
From the 29, Fitzpatrick. Got a man on the right sideline. That's Grant. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Jakeem Grant, his 2nd touchdown of the game and his 9th on the year. And the Dolphins are able to extend that advantage. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that'll increase their lead to 28. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20. Call it the 21-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game, and they're getting blown out. How do they adjust?
So tough because we always talk about it being a team game, and you need all 11 working well together. But every now and then, partner, you need that one guy who can make a play against all odds that maybe can ignite things. And I think that's what they're looking for right now.
Yeah, you talk about going to your playmakers. They probably need to do it.
Find someone that you're used to touching the football that makes big plays and give them that opportunity to maybe wake up everyone else.
Dalton, 1st and 10. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off by Bobby McCain. And they take over. They'll set up shop at the 46-yard line. So now he's equaled his interception total from a week ago. Remember, Charles, he had 3 last week.
And you know, all week long he vowed to take that number down. Told the guys on the team, don't worry, things are going to pick up. I've got this. But he is in a major league rut right now. Let's see if his teammates can pick him up along the way.
You're right. He talked about being cool, calm, collective, rebounding. Not rebounding right here. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. They'll run here with Balaj. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down. And he'll give it here to his running back. Pretty nice, aggressive run there before being brought down just inside of the 30.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
Now they got to get to the 23 here on 3rd. A draw play now. Balaj. And he won't be close to a 1st down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down. So on 4th down, Dolphin kicker Jason Sanders comes on. From the right hash, it's a 46-yard attempt. And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle. But hang on, a flag is down. Now, if it's on the defense, they can decline it and take the points. The roughing the kicker called on 4th down. What a big break. Leads to a 1st and 10. Going to give this time to the tailback. And power running here down to the 6-yard line. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short. 8 yards the tally on that 1st down run. Here's 2nd and 2. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down.
There is no doubt that Geno Atkins is really strong and stout at the point of attack. But I love his suddenness, the ability to make plays, to be in one spot, and then he's gone and into the offensive backfield. He's a heck of a player.
And there, a big TFL tackle for loss.
Hard to believe that his father, Gene Atkins, was an NFL defensive back. He's bred this big defensive tackle.
Well, that'll bring up 4th. They had the 8-yard gain on 1st down, but unable to do much from there. Jason Sanders now for the Miami field goal. This just a 24-yard attempt. Sanders' kick is good. And that will just add 3 more to a lead that's already out of hand. That drive took him inside the 10. Good job defensively to hold him to 3.
Yeah, I like how you did that. Give a little tip of the cap to the stop troops there because they didn't give up a touchdown in that situation, right? Made them kick the field goal. And, yeah, points went against them, but that feels a whole lot better running off the field.
The Bengals take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
1 quarter remains here in Week 16. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7.
Tight ends right. Watch tight ends right.
On the delay, it's Mixon. Only a couple there as he'll be brought down about the 28.
Your trip is here, baby. Your trip is here.
A 2-yard gain on the play.
And the Bengals on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This will be 3rd and 6. Dalton here from the gun. And able to find Green. It's a Bengal first down, a pickup of 11.
Come on, baby. Let's go.
Well, we're used to seeing the guy that you consider the number 1 receiver double covered, but how about this guy? He's double covered and finds a way to make the play for a first down.
That's how you increase your Madden rating, right?
No doubt about that at all. And you know something? I think we'll hear about that from him soon.
Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. Just a 1-yard pickup on the play, and it's a 2nd down.
1-yard gain brings up 2nd and 9 at the 39-yard line.
They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9. Dalton now to pass. Got his man. It's Eifert. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
Well, they were unable to make anything really big out of that, but it's not a bad idea to find your tight end and give him an easy completion and keep moving things forward. Almost his bread and butter is a good running back dive play.
He gets this in the hands of Mixon. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 39.
First down.
Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
Yeah, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier...
And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Rashad Jones. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offensive coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
Up at the 29 now, they'll head to the line. 2nd and a yard.
Watch tight end. We got 4.
Boston Scott, his first carry. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
Well, that was a unit that understood exactly where the first down marker was, handed it to their guy who could run it, created some space, and he got there.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They'll run with Scott. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Not much happening there on first down.
I thought there might have been a hole for a split second.
Yeah, but it dried up pretty quickly, didn't it? Closed fast.
At the 34-yard line.
On second down now, it's Scott, and he'll be taken down right around the 34 after a pickup of only a yard. They had 3 yards on first down, just 1 yard there.
Brings up 3rd and 7.
The Dolphins on third down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 7. From the gun, Fitzpatrick. And it's caught by Parker. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 45-yard line. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair.
That's it, baby. We're going to work.
So the Dolphins have it as we welcome you back in. And they have just about put this one on ice as they've got it here, 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat. And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. They'll stay on the ground. Balaj again. Give him 3 yards, and now they're left needing a conversion here on 3rd and 6.
Up 3rd and 6.
7th play of the drive upcoming here on 3rd and 6.
Hey, let's go. Let's calm the crowd. Man, I got you. Watch twist.
PPP. Regular.
Hey, Mike 51. Oh, get him.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first. 3rd and medium. They opted to run instead of pass, and it worked. First down.
Another Dolphins first down. 1st and 10 at the 34-yard line.
From
the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Let's pick it up. It's our time, guys. Our time. Let's get off the field. Let's get off the field.
And he'll give it here to his running back. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
That's what I'm talking about. Nice hit, boy.
A gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 9 at the Bengals' 33-yard line.
So a victory here for the Miami Dolphins. And it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second-half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the second quarter. Do you think they thought at all that that would be their last points of the game?
No, but what a second half. The adjustment, whatever they did in the locker room, it certainly worked.
It certainly did, and you're exactly right. Whether it was an adjustment, whether it was just more focus on what they planned to do going in, whether they just played better, whatever it was, it all came together in the second half, and no points were allowed. That's a great way to close them out.
So for the Dolphins, the wins keep coming as this one moves them to 12-3 on the year. And they will hit the road next week for a date with the New England Patriots. Meanwhile, for the Bengals, they're guaranteed now a sub-500 season as they fall to 6-9. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.